Where we stand right now is that the great traditions of India are still alive. That heart is still beating, and that truth is still active in the world. And the interesting thing about it, I have a thesis for you. I'm only going to take a few moments to set the stage here. And that is that the truths of India are a retrovirus. The Sanatana Dharma is eternally true. It's a retrovirus. And you must catch it if you're totally external in your consciousness. No. You have to figure it out. Yes. You'll have to look it up. It means it's a virus against which you have no defense. It means it goes inside your cells and colonizes them, and the immune system doesn't know how to fight it. That's what it means. So it means your immune system doesn't know what to do because it looks like you. This is my thesis. The reason is, as soon as you don't have interiority, you're empty on the inside. And the materialist world becomes completely empty and completely in the external. That is where we, Caucasians, come from. I call us now Shveta Hindus. We white Hindus, we Shveta Hindus, are the result of a completely materialistic society that leaves you empty completely on the inside with no interiority. You Hindus are the result of a culture of interiority that probably got so interior that it got dominated by these exterior barbarians coming in from the outside, who looked superior because they could physically dominate. But the conqueror is always conquered by India, except now the borders have all been breached. It used to be that the conquerors were conquered by India. If they stayed there, they were colonized by the retrovirus. It took them over and they became like the people they had conquered and they were absorbed. This time it's different. This time there's 30 million non-resident Indians. I don't see them that way. I see them as agents of the interior. 30 million agents of the interior are out in the outside world, and 100 million non-Hindus are practicing yoga. No one is forcing them. No one is colonizing them. No one is converting them. They're volunteering. Why are they volunteering? Not because they want to become Hindus per se, not by that name, because they lack interiority and they lack balance and they have to find it to survive. They have to. And so they're finding it in Buddhism, in all the Dharma cultures, they're finding it. Mostly in Buddhism, which is really yoga dressed up differently, and in the Hindu Dharma in various ways. Now, in between all of this is our premise right here, that you, the Hindu youth, are being educated in the critical mind educational system. You may not know this, but the word curriculum means running in a circle. It literally means running in a circle, chasing your tail. And the PhD program was invented just before World War II by the Germans who exported it to America, and it was made to produce petty bureaucrats who had no opinion of their own and could repeat back what they were told. That is the purpose of having a PhD. It means piled higher and deeper. And MS means more of the same. And you all know what BS is. To the extent that there is truth there, it's like anything else in life. If there's some truth, it's not all BS. But we all have to sort through the pile and figure this out. Welcome to Kali Yuga. Every individual has to do this. So I've made up a name for you all. I call you the Y generation. Not letter Y, WHY, World Hindu Youth. You are the first global Hindu generation who are taking straight on the critical mind outside the borders of your country with no support from the supportive institutions of the Hindu Dharma that were built there. You don't have any of that in place. All you have is the very loosely built structures of your immigrant parents and grandparents who did their best to make a landing pad so you could live and be here. And they didn't face the critical mind like the Hindu youth of today did. But the other group that did is people like myself. So we're the other side of the Y generation, because when people look at you, they don't say, why are you Hindu? They say, oh, you're Hindu. When people look at me, they go, why are you Hindu? So I'm a Y specialist. The only difference between me and the gurus of your tradition is even they don't get asked why as much as I do. And they didn't have to always answer in English. The new game is you have to answer in English, you have to know why, you have to explain who you are, and you have to be able to do so without getting pushed off the board. You have to be able to stand there and say who you really are and why you are what you are. So the Y generation has been going to their parents and saying, why are we this and why are we that and why are we this and why are they that? And their parents would be going, that's not how I learned it. I don't know how to answer you. It's not that they don't know it. They don't know how to answer you in English. And the game right now is a whole bunch of people who are in the Y generation, if they don't get answers, will get absorbed because they won't know how to respond, and out of embarrassment, they'll just get absorbed. And if we can get answers to them fast enough, that won't happen. Okay? That's all that's got to be done. There's no truth problem here. There's a communication problem, and there's how fast we can get it to happen. That's all.